Hey, course 3, lesson 76. We are finding volume again. This time for shapes like triangular prisms and cylinders. And it's going to be just like when we found volume for rectangular solids, which were just a little easier to picture, to understand. You'd find the area of the base, so the bottom layer, and then you'd multiply it by height, because you're going, okay, if there's one layer, then I need 1, 2, 3 to fill it all up. Then you get the full volume, or capacity, basically. So volume was area of the base times the height. It's going to be the same thing with these and these. Find the area of the base, which you know how to find area of a triangle. You know how to find area of a circle. And then just multiply by height, or depth in this case. If it's like a tent, the height is really going back. And with a battery, I don't know if you think of it as a height, but if we do a battery, it'd be like going back again. But if you want to tip that up on its end, you know, it's really area of the base, times the height. That's how we find volume. Let's try one of each. It's sometimes helpful to sketch the bottom or the base. So for this triangular prism, they say to do that. Notice we get the hypotenuse of the right triangle shown at the bottom, and then on the top we get the two legs measured. So to sketch that would look like a 6, 8, 10 triangle with a right angle. All right. How do we find area of a triangle? Finding the area of that triangular base on these will be base times height divided by 2. 6, 8, 10 triangles are always 24 if you ever just want to automatically, right? 48 divided by 2 centimeters squared. And then we multiply by height. It's that simple. Now that, you know, first you get your bottom layer, and then you go layer on layer on layer until you're all the way up to the top. So 24 times 12 is 188 centimeters cubed. How we doing? Oh, 288. My apologies. Let's see why that happened. It was 24 times 12. What did I do wrong? 48. Oh, I know. I put a 1 here, but it's 2 times 1. See, I make mistakes. 288 centimeters cubed. Don't forget those labels. Don't forget those labels. Now let's find the capacity of a AA battery. They measured them for us. They differ a little bit, but normally they're about 14 millimeters across, 5 millimeters back, or height, or whatever you want to say. Use 22/7 for pi. All right. So to find area of a circle, we take the radius squared times pi. We need that first. So 49 times 22 over 7. Okay, I see why they wanted us to use the fraction, because so that's a messy 49, because these reduce so fast, right? So it's 7 times 22. Or 154. Then we multiply that by length or height or whatever, you know, because you just have to look at the drawing and think, okay, then which way is that going to fill it up? Multiply that out, and you get 7,700 millimeters cubed. They call that simplified, I guess. That is the volume or capacity of a AA battery. Don't be thrown off by these triangles. Remember, we still do base times perpendicular height, even though it's got two sides. That'll still be the answer. You don't want to do 6 times 4. That would be this. And that's adding an extra, half there. You don't want that. So just 24 divided by 2 is 12. Use that. Times 10 is 120 centimeters cubed. Buster has 2 empty cylindrical soup cans. Smaller can is 2 inches in diameter, or 1 inch radius. 3 inches high, so back 3. Larger can are twice that, so you'd have a radius of 2. Going back 6, 6. Find the volume of each. Scale factor, you're going to take two measures, so maybe like 2 and 4 divided by 2. I mean, it's obviously double because everything's twice. So scale factor is 2. And then if they ask scale factor of volumes, if that's what they mean, then we have to go 2 cubed, don't we? We learned. So the volume scale factor is 8. If the smaller can is filled with water and the contents are poured into the larger can and the process is repeated, how many small cans would be used? 8, right? Let's find out how well I did. That's what they're asking. Scale factor, yep. Scale factor for volume is 8. Just straight up scale factor is 2. Why don't you try the garage one, letter C, and then the candle one, letter D.